Throughout this spring, college baseball continues to provide a spark of excitement to the sport. One of the biggest storylines of the spring can be found in Tennessee with Vanderbilt's ace Jack Leiter. The sophomore played his high school ball at Del Barton in New Jersey, just about 70 miles from here at Hofstra. Leiter posted quite the high school resume, taking home the 2019 Gatorade Player of the Year in the Garden State, as well as being selected as an All-American by Perfect Game and Under Armour. To cap off his time at Del Barton, the New York Yankees drafted Leiter in the 20th round of the 2019 MLB Draft. So far, Leiter's decision to go to school and pitch as a Commodore has paid off. With a full season to work with in 2021, Leiter found a way to still take his game to a new level. After dominating through 4 starts, Leiter found a new gear in a 124-pitch performance to no-hit 16th-ranked South Carolina in the SEC opener. This feat is nothing new to the family, as Jack's father Al no-hit the Colorado Rockies on May 11, 1996 with the Florida Marlins. But back to Jack. How would he follow up such a performance? By tossing another 7 no-hit innings on short rest against Missouri, only being pulled due to pitch count. To recap, Leiter is yet to allow a hit over 16 innings of SEC play in arguably the best conference in the nation. With a blazing fastball in the mid to upper 90s with a knee-buckling curveball, Leiter is a matchup nightmare for any opposing lineup. Leiter makes up half of an incredible 1-2 punch at the top of the rotation with Friday night starter Kumar Rocker, who threw a 130-pitch no-hitter of his own during the 2019 NCAA Super Regional against Duke. Both of Vanderbilt's aces with sub-1 ERAs are slated to be top 5 picks in the 2021 MLB Draft. With Vanderbilt ranked as the #1 team in the nation, the Commodores will surely compete for a College World Series title, with Leiter leading the way. And as the voice of Steve Perry returns us here in the top of the 6th inning, what a journey it's been through this one. A 1-1 score as we entered the top of the 6th. I'm on my game today with music. Once again, the score of the Northeastern Huskies won, the Hofstra Pride won. And as this pitcher's duel continues, Jimmy Joyce returns to the mound for his 6th inning of work. Has been absolutely terrific today. 9 strikeouts through 5 innings, and continues to be the stopper that we talked about him being in the pregame show.
And you know what? These two pitchers are so identical today. Obviously, now in the numbers, Kyle Murphy has 11 strikeouts. That favors him. They've thrown the exact same amount of pitches at this point, too, up to 68 now as we enter the top of the 6th.
We mentioned in the last half of the inning who would hit the number to get them both to 20 combined, that being Kyle Murphy and Jimmy Joyce. And that would be Murphy striking out Austin Gauthier to end the bottom of the 5th. Joyce will return to the rubber and get ready to start things here in the top of the 6th inning. Once again, we're going to be at the bottom of the Northeastern lineup. It's going to be 9-1-2 for the Huskies. Spencer Smith, Ben Malgeri, and Scott Holzwasser. As Smith will step into the left-hander's batter's box, and Joyce will deliver the first one in the top of the 6th. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
And Smith was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat against Jimmy Joyce, and now we've got a 0-1 count. He likes getting out in front of these batters, as we've mentioned all day. He's going to look for strikeout number 2 against Smith.
Larkin a few steps in on the grass now. Get past him as Smith sends that one to left field for a base hit. Goulart over to get that one. A little bit of a bobble, and now Smith taking a turn around second, but he will stay at second. And Spencer Smith at the bottom of the Northeastern lineup with the leadoff double for the Huskies.
Yeah, just unfortunate play there by Ian Larkin. I mean, he had no shot at that one. He was up looking for the bump by Spencer Smith, and it just so happened that he grounded it right past him at the down the third base line. And Brian Goulart there looked like Spencer Smith could have possibly turned on that one after he bobbled it in left field, but Goulart a quick recovery after the bobble just to throw it into third base and keep Smith at hold at second. So leadoff man on second as we head back to the top of the Husky lineup. Ben Malgeri struck out in the first, flew out on a fantastic catch from Anthony D'Onofrio in the third. Joyce will check the runner at second. Come to a set and deliver. Malgeri squares to bunt, pulls that one back. It gets away from Brugman, and now Smith able to advance. So a wild pitch off the glove of Kevin Brugman. Might actually roll that one a pass ball, but nonetheless, the man just 90 feet away for the Huskies still look to find a way to push this run across and regain the lead. It's now the second time a ball's gotten past Kevin Brugman when a runner's been in scoring position now, just with these up-high fastballs by Jimmy Joyce.
Hofstra's infield now on the edge of the grass looking to cut down the runner at home. That one fouled straight back. This one will reach the parking lot. Once again, no cars in the first few rows. So no crashes or windows or any hits that we get to hear so far as the count moves to 1-1. Runner on third is Smith. He reached on a double to lead off this inning as Joyce peers in for the sign and gets ready to deliver the 1-1 home to Malgeri. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball just off the outside corner will miss. The count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Joyce and Kevin Brugman wanted that call, but looked just a bit outside from the press box here.
2 balls, 1 strike, man on third for Northeastern. Nobody out, 1-1 the score in the top of the 6th. Joyce will set at the levers and deliver home, and a breaking ball right over the heart of the plate finds the zone. It's this one even at 2-2.
And they certainly wanted that last pitch, and now he just got it on that. Well, he wanted it 2 pitches ago. Now he got it on that last pitch. 2
balls, 2 strikes, plenty of directions Joyce can go. We'll see what he wants to do. Kicks and fires, and that one grounded but foul. Small Jerry just fighting that one off on the inside half of the plate, and he'll get a chance to see another day.
Yeah, and with Hofstra playing up like Aiden Larkin was on the last at-bat by Malgeri, that one would have gotten by him on the third baseline. Now he's actually playing closer to the third baseline to prevent anything from going past him there.
Joyce kicks and fires home with a 2-2, and another fastball laced into the Northeastern dugout. Hope everyone's okay down there. Now back-to-back balls fouled off to the left side by Malgeri. Northeastern leadoff here just trying to put one in play and find a way to scratch this run across.
And he's certainly scorching them in toward the Northeastern dugout. He's just going to try and look to probably take the next one up the middle.
Joyce's 2-2 and a fastball called third strike over the outside corner. He'll freeze Malgeri, and he'll go down for the 2nd time today, swinging in the 1st and now looking in the 6th.
Good pitch there by Jimmy Joyce, just crossing up Holzwasser on that one. He didn't even want to swing. Maybe he just hesitated, but either way, that's strike 3. And now that puts Jimmy Joyce in double digits on strikeouts for the day with 10.
So with 1 out, it's still a man on third for Northeastern. Scott Holzwasser will come to the plate and await the first pitch from Joyce. First pitch just missing off the plate. Count moves to 1-0. Holzwasser doubling in the 1st inning, came around to score on that dropped third that got past Brugman, pushing across the first Northeastern run of the day all the way back in the 1st frame of action on this Saturday morning. Joyce delivers home. Breaking ball finds the outside corner for a strike. Is Joyce able to fight back and even this one at 1?
You know, I think the smarter play on this one would obviously be the swing, but Northeastern's laid down some bunts. They've showed some bunt attempts today. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going for the suicide squeeze on this one, knowing the speed that Holzwasser has and the one that Spencer Smith has.
Joyce is 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by Brugman, gets the chest protector on that one to keep it in front. Hofstra's infield still on the edge of the grass. Got to think that Northeastern may be wanting to send Smith home on contact.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. Smith doesn't have a big lead right now, but as Jimmy Joyce will kind of go into his motions, he'll start waltzing his way down the third base line.
2-1 home, and that one fouled off in the batter's box. Be grabbed by Jared Dupree, and he'll flip that one back in over to the Hofstra side. But now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the man on third for Northeastern.
And Jimmy Joyce might look to go back to that electricity fastball on this one. It crossed up Malgeri on the last one. He'll look to do the same thing to Scott Holzwasser on the 2-2 count.
And the pitch home, breaking ball in the dirt. Holzwasser able to hold up on a little check swing. Now another full count for Joyce. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1-1 the score, and a man on third for the Huskies. Joyce has mixed his pitches well all day long. We'll see what he wants to do. This full count pitch to Scott Holzwasser. 3-2 home. Swing and a miss, and a huge strikeout, maybe the biggest of the day for Jimmy Joyce. Strikeout number 11 as he gives the Northeastern batter a stare down as he heads back to the dugout. A huge out for Joyce for the 2nd here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, Jimmy Joyce obviously pumped up about that one. And if he can get Jared Dupree on this one, then he'll probably be pumped up even more. Maybe some more stare down action.
See a mound visit here, just try to calm Joyce and see what direction they want to go here. Dupree with plenty of power at the plate. And what a feat this would be for Jimmy Joyce to get out of this inning. The leadoff man reaching on a double was Spencer Smith. But to get Dupree out here and go through the top 3 of the order to keep this game tied at 1, maybe the biggest feat we've seen from Jimmy Joyce on one of his most impressive outings, if not the most impressive outing of the year.
I'd certainly say this is probably his most impressive outing of his career. Again, he's reaching now career highs in strikeouts. He's got 11 on the day. His previous career high was 7, but if he can work out this hole, he's just showing why Hofstra needs to keep working him on the mound today. Only at 83 pitches, too.
And after the mound meeting, we'll see Dupree enter the left-hander's batter's box, wave the bat, and we'll place that one on the left shoulder. Joyce sets at the letters and delivers home. Fastball misses outside for 1-0. 1-1 the score 1 ball, no strikes to Jared Dupree, 2 outs. Spencer Smith remains on third. Joyce peers in for the sign, comes to a set. Out of the stretch, delivers home. Gets Dupree there, another changeup down, and it'll get him to swing right through that one, even this one at 1.
And as he's worked himself more and more through this game, we've seen him go to that breaking pitch just a bit more because maybe that fastball has lost some velocity. It certainly hasn't stopped the Northeastern batters from swinging away and missing at it, though.
Count even at 1. Joyce delivers home to Dupree. Swings and misses through that one. Dropped by Brugman, but able to corral it just outside the batter's box. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Jimmy Joyce just a strike away from his biggest out of the day here in the top of the 6th.
Brugman's just going to have to handle the ball. He dropped that last one. He's just going to have to handle this, otherwise that can cause some trouble.
Joyce sets the 1-2 home. As Dupree fouls that one off, just gets a piece to stay alive, and will do the 1-2 pitch again.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking pitch on that one by Jimmy Joyce. Looked like it probably might have been a ball from up here, but again, he's just doing anything he can to stay alive. If it looks close, he obviously has to take a swing.
Spencer Smith, the potential go-ahead run, stands just 90 feet away at third base. Dupree re-enters the batter's box. Joyce peers in, will await a sign, gets one he likes, and comes to the set at the letters. Delivers home. A breaking ball just high, and we're going to call a balk.
What?
As Spencer Smith will come home. And now Northeastern taking the lead.
I think Brugman wants to talk it over with the umpire about what he saw. I didn't see anything from Jimmy Joyce on that one, but maybe I just wasn't looking in the right spot. Did you see anything, Tim?
He must not have come to a set, but delivered that one home. We saw Smith just come right down. So Northeastern taking the lead a little bit more unorthodox as Dupree skies that one to right. This one is back, and this one is gone. So just after taking the lead on a balk, Jared Dupree shows off his power and sends this one into the trees in right field in a much-needed insurance run for the Huskies as they take a 3-1 lead here in the 6th.
Yeah, that's just a disappointing result for Jimmy Joyce on that one. But Dupree, he skied that one over into right field. No doubt about that one. All Will Kennedy could do was kind of just see that go over the trees over at right field.
So an unfortunate series of events for Hofstra finds them down 2 and just one of the few blemishes on what's been a masterful outing up to this point for Jimmy Joyce. As he delivers the first one home, and a fastball gets to the backstop over the head of Brugman. And that will be ball 1 to Corey DiLoretto.
Maybe just a frustration pitch on that one. But yeah, that's Dupree's now 6th home run on the season, and unfortunately, again, Jimmy Joyce just hung that one over the middle of the plate, and Dupree obviously able to turn on that one and send it over the fence. Now a 3-1 game. Hofstra Pride still not out of it, but they're going to have to try and work Kyle Murphy as Northeastern is starting to warm up somebody in their bullpen just to be safe.
Brugman taking a walkout to try to calm down his starter. Northeastern taking a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 6th. The 1-0 home from Joyce, and a fastball swung right through that one by DiLoretto as the count evens at 1-1.
And John Russo is relying on Jimmy Joyce on this one. Northeastern might have somebody up in the bullpen, but Hofstra has no one warming up in the bullpen, at least as of now.
1-1 from Joyce home. Fastball finds the outside corner. The count moves to 1-2, so a huge pitch upcoming from Joyce as he'll try to limit the damage here in the top of the 6th after the Huskies push across 2 more runs.
Yeah, Jimmy Joyce working very quickly now. He's locked in and ready to go.
Joyce sets, delivers the 1-2 home, and a swing and a miss from DiLoretto as Joyce able to rack up another K as that one will retire the side, but not before the Huskies find their way back to the lead. They lead 3-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're tuned into Hofstra Pride Baseball presented by WRHU.
Year 1 of the Walt Hopkins era laid the groundwork for an intriguing future in Brooklyn for the New York Liberty. After the 2020 draft class established talent for the coming years, the next step moved to finding contributing veterans to fill out an improving roster. As free agency opened up, New York wasted no time finding the missing piece to the puzzle. The first move for the future finalized this week with the signing of the versatile Betnijah Laney. The 17th overall pick in the 2015 draft will arrive in Brooklyn coming off of a career year in the WNBA bubble. With the Atlanta Dream, Laney took the bubble by storm, averaging 17.2 points per game. Laney's 2020 accolades speak for themselves as a member of the first team All-Defense and the 2020 WNBA Most Improved Player. At the age of 27, Laney's signing with New York allows the Delaware native and Rutgers alumna to come play in a familiar setting.
When I was younger, I actually spent a lot of time in Brooklyn. My great aunt, she was like my grandmother. She was from Brooklyn and lived there for as long as I can remember. So, growing up, I was there a lot.
From a basketball perspective, plenty of aspects of Laney's game offer a sensible fit in the Liberty system. In 2020, the three-point shot amounted for nearly a third of New York's total offense. Laney will add efficiency in this aspect of the offense after shooting 40.5% from beyond the arc a season ago.
Yeah, definitely. It's very similar in the sense that, he allows the players to play free. It's a free motion offense. It's not, okay, sometimes you have within sets, okay, this is the shot that we're looking for, but he allows the players, just to have the ability to play within the offense. The offense is more of a guide for, the plays and everything that'll be ran.
Laney's complete attributes and veteran presence offer optimism for the upcoming season to help New York win basketball games and mentor young superstars such as Sabrina Ionescu.
The only ones that I've really spoken to was Sabrina, which I'm really looking forward to playing with her. Just, even where she's at right now, coming into the WNBA last year as a rookie, I think she showed a lot of potential. And I think her ceiling is very, very high. So I'm really excited to be able to play with her, to, teach her, but also learn from her and just kind of, build that chemistry on the court. She was the only one that I've spoken to so far, but I think that there's a great group of young talent in New York. So I'm really looking forward to working with all of them.
The addition of Laney to a young Liberty roster continues to set the stage for an exciting return to Brooklyn, with the start of the WNBA's 25th season just a few months away. For WRHU Sports, I'm Tim Crowley. Tim Crowley here on this special March Madness edition of the Basebline here on 88.7 FM WRHU. I'm joined by Liberty basketball beat reporter Damian Sordelet of News Advance. Damian, thanks so much for joining us.
Tim, thank you for having me on. A pleasure to be on.
So coming into the season, the conference preseason poll put Liberty at number 2 behind Lipscomb. What went into this ranking for a team that entered the season as back-to-back reigning conference champions?
Well, with Liberty, they graduated 4 players off the 2019-2020 30-win team that included ASUN Player of the Year Caleb Holmesley, the winningest player in program history, Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz, and then their 2 best post players in Scotty James and Mayo Baxter-Bell. All 4 of them are playing professionally now. Caleb Holmesley just finished up the NBA G League season with the Erie Bayhawks. Pacheco Ortiz has played in Mexico. Baxter Bell is playing in Argentina, and Scotty James is playing in Europe. So you think of those 4 guys that you lose off a 30-win team, and then you look at the returning pieces outside of Elijah Cuffey and Darius McGee, you didn't have a lot of experience. And that's why Lipscomb, with preseason player of the year, Asana Sajula, was picked to win the conference. But Liberty, with the group that they had, you had pieces like Kyle Rode, Blake Preston, Shiloh Robinson, who had valuable minutes last year. They were able to take those minutes and, as Rich McKay would say, the deposits that they made, and they turned it into what was a really good start with wins over South Carolina and Mississippi State in the non-conference play. That's 2 of the 5 power conference teams they played, and they were able to go through the year and really show a lot of poise and be able to play without any disruptions because of COVID.